didn't see you there. I was just reading one of my favorite books of poetry by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was a famous poet from the country of Chile. His most famous collection of works was called 20 Love Poems and a Song of Despair, which sold over 2 million copies worldwide. Pablo Neruda's songs of love and despair, along with his odes, have influenced his home country and the rest of the world for all time. Come on, let's take a journey. Pablo Neruda's poems are filled with similes and metaphors, often relating to nature. Today, we will be analyzing one of Pablo Neruda's most celebrated poems called Your Laughter. Here's one visualization of this great poem in the eyes of man's best friend.
Take bread away from me, if you wish. Take air away, but do not take from me your laughter. Do not take away the rose, the lance flower that you pluck, the water that suddenly bursts forth in joy, the sudden wave of silver born in you. My struggle is harsh, and I come back with eyes tired at times from having seen the unchanging earth. But when your laughter enters, it rises to the sky, seeking me, and it opens for me all the doors of life. My love, in the darkest hour, your laughter opens. And if suddenly you see my blood staining the stones of the street, laugh, because your laughter will be from my hands like a fresh sword. Next to the sea in autumn, your laughter must raise its foamy cascade. And in the spring, love, I want your laughter like the flower I was waiting for, the blue flower, the rose of my echoing country. Laugh at the night, at the day, at the moon. Laugh at the twisted streets of the island. Laugh at this clumsy boy who loves you. But when I open my eyes and close them, when my steps go, when my steps return, deny me bread, air, light, spring, but never your laughter, for I would die.
Today, we have two extremely strong competitors battling out on the table. This is the final showdown of the 2014 Literary Analysis Competition. They will be discussing the famed poem Your Laughter by Pablo Neruda. Let's meet our contestants. On one side, at 5'4", is Emily the Ripper Salomon. She is known for her tenacious and disreputable attitude, keen literary knowledge, and prestigious record. She has no qualms about eliminating her opponent. On the other side of the table, we have Lindsay the Sunflower Clark at 5'6". Lindsay, an esteemed literary fanatic, is known for her potent DQs and her placid demeanor.
Our rules for this competition include using DQs for this poem, evidence from the video, or your own knowledge of literary devices.
Now it's the time you've all been waiting for. Let's start the competition, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Round 1. Title.
For our first round, we will be debating the title's relation to the poem's tone and theme. You may begin.
The title
your laughter shows an appreciation for laughter and amusement. I predicted that this poem would display the value of happiness and laughter, especially that of others.
Well, I think that this poem's title alludes to the meaning of love being a beacon of hope during the most difficult times. I predicted that the speaker would be reverent toward the subject and her laughter.
Both contestants have made a fair point, but as Emily's predictions had more relation to the title, she is the winner of this round.
Round 2, paraphrase.
Next, we will move on to paraphrasing Neruda's work. This will be a speed round. The first contestant to answer will win in this round. Begin.
This poem tells the beautiful and heartwarming story of the speaker being sustained by the subject's laughter. The speaker is supported through hard times by the subject's happiness and positivity.
Good job, Lindsay. You really beat her to the punch on that round.
Round 3, figurative language.
For the third round, the contestants will attempt to name the most examples of figurative language.
Some examples of alliteration in the poem using the S sound include sudden wave of silver, sky seeking, and suddenly you see my blood staining the stones of the street.
An example of personification in this poem is, when your laughter enters, it rises to the sky, seeking me, and it opens for me all the doors of life. In this quote, laughter enters, rises, seeks, and opens all human attributes.
One metaphor in this poem is, take bread away from me if you wish, take air away. This metaphor means that the speaker would rather have the necessities of life taken away than live without her companion's laughter. The metaphor is portrayed in the poem when the girl decides to give her sandwich to the dog. She would rather share in her dog's happiness by giving him the sandwich than be comfortable and full. Another metaphor in this poem is, with eyes tired at times from having seen the unchanging world. The unchanging earth represents struggles and frustrations in a person's life. This metaphor is shown in the video when the girl is frustrated with her chemistry homework. Once the dog comes to comfort the girl, she is able to calm down and deal with her frustrations in a healthy way.
There are two examples of similes in this poem. Your laughter will be for my hands like a fresh sword, and I want your laughter like the flower I was waiting for. This is shown in the video analysis when the owner comes home after a long, hard day and the dog runs up to comfort its owner.
An example of repetition in this poem is, laugh at the night, at the day, at the moon. Laugh at the twisted streets of the island. Laugh at this clumsy boy who loves you. This repetition emphasizes how much the speaker values his companion's happiness.
This poem is filled with imagery. Several examples include, do not take away the rose, the land's flower that you pluck, the water that suddenly bursts forth with joy, the sudden wave of silver born in you, and the blue flower, the rose of my echoing country. All these images represent the importance he holds in her laughter.
Great job, ladies! In the event of a tie, we will enter into a lightning speed round for figurative language. Our question is, how do these literary devices add to and develop the connotative meaning of the poem?
The alliteration and repetition add emphasis to specific images. The images convey the meaning on a more personal and relatable level, while the similes, metaphors, and personification allow for a more understandable text with a deep underlying meaning.
That is correct. Emily wins this round.
Round 4, attitude and tone.
The speaker is grateful towards the object of this poem. This is shown in the line, but when your laughter enters, it rises to the sky, seeking me. The music in our video reflects the peaceful and loving tone of this poem.
But also, the speaker is appreciative for all the laughter and happiness that it gives him when he says, my love, in the darkest hour, your laughter opens.
Well, I think the speaker might also be dependent upon the woman with the laughter. He gets through hard times because of her happiness. This is evident in the line, deny me bread, air, light, spring, but never your laughter, for I would die.
But maybe the speaker is also cautious of the power the object of his affection holds over him.
Well, where's your DQ? Huh?
Remember, ladies, you do need a DQ to back up almost all of your statements.
Okay, I got it. When the speaker says, "Do not take from me your laughter," he knows that this girl holds the key to his happiness and well-being, and he's desperate to keep her.
Well, I think the speaker is also frustrated with the world. He often says, "unchanging earth," and "twisted streets of the island." This shows his discontentment of the corrupt and slow world.
Lindsay has won this round.
Round 5, structure of the poem.
In Your Laughter, stanzas are unified with a flowing theme, but each has its own subtopic. The overall poem has a circular theme. It begins with the ephemerality of food and air, which marks the need of this woman's laughter, and ends with an absolute need for her happiness.
Emily is correct.
Round 6, theme.
In the 6th and final round, we will be discussing the themes of your laughter. You may begin, ladies.
Happiness sustains life.
Laughter allows one to see the beauty of the world.
Happiness can fill the void of anger, alleviating pain and providing inner strength.
Laughter!
Lindsay wins this round.
Sudden death, video analysis.
After 87 minutes of extremely competitive play, we end in a tie of 3-3. We will enter into a sudden death round where we discuss the video interpretation of Your Laughter. How did this video relate to the poem?
This video shows the love between a dog and its owner. A love that ends during hard times.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. If the Ripper can answer this question correctly, we will have a winner.
Wait a minute. The limit does not exist. Their love has no limit. They support each other even through hard times and make each other happy.
The new literary champion is Emily the Ripper Salamone.
So, the Ripper, how do you feel about winning the Neruda Poetry Prize?
I feel pretty good.
That was unnecessary. This is not a belching contest. It is poetry. Well, that concludes our competition. See you next year when we host the 2015 Canelect Philosophy Prize. The poetry, just kidding. So, the Ripper, how do you feel about... So, the Ripper...
I was shaking.
What was that? Take deep breaths. How do you feel about winning the Neruda?
I feel pretty good.
You can't do it so well.
I feel pretty good.
It's so hard. You can do it. Oh, that feels gross.
I know.
You don't even understand, Gemma. Okay.
Okay, ready? I can't sit up. In this simile. Oh, I hate conjugating verbs.
One example of a metaphor. Take bread away from me. Please.
I did not do anything. I was looking down.
Doing so well, guys.
Okay. The is portrayed in the poem when the girl decides to give her sandwich to the dog. She would rather share in her dog's happiness by giving him the sandwich. Why are you laughing?